What's up, friends? It is once again Dr. Remy LeBeau, and I am here in the X Lair with yet another amazing statue to share with you. Today we have the very unique, very spectacular, very special Sideshow Collectibles premium format figure of my namesake, Gambit, Remy LeBeau. He is probably one of the most impressive statues that you'll ever see. He's definitely one of the most impressive statues I've ever seen, and is my favorite statue by far. My favorite statue. I think that Sideshow Collectibles outdid themselves with this statue. Just hit it out of the park, and then out of the stratosphere, and then out of the solar system, out of the galaxy, out of the universe, into alternate universes. I mean, this guy breaks the barriers of reality in his awesome quality, just like tears it apart. He is so cool. And well, you can see how cool he is on this high definition video. Look at that. And yes, this is the third video I'm making of Gambit. Some of you may have seen the previous ones, but I felt that, given that I finally got the video quality up to the standard that I was hoping to get it at, I thought, I would reshoot a video of Mr. Remy LeBeau here to give him the kind of attention that he deserves and the sort of perspective that you deserve as a viewer, as somebody that just wants to like really, really truly appreciate the statue, as much as you possibly can through a video. So, Sideshow Collectibles is a very good statue company. They have all sorts of licensees. Like they produce statues from a variety of films, a variety of video games. Recently they got a DC license, so they produce like a Batman and a Superman premium format, and this amazing Poison Ivy statue, and they're gonna come out with a bunch and like a few legendary scale busts, which are like super big busts of Batman and Superman thus far. They're on a roll. They're actually on a roll with the DC license. Like they're doing a really good job with everything they've released. And if I was buying DC stuff, I would be extremely excited because it's like some of the best stuff out there that's ever been produced. So to the DC fans out there, congratulations. You guys are very lucky right now. So they've had their Marvel license for a while. The first Marvel statue they produced was a villain, and that was the Doctor Doom premium format statue, which is not something that I would collect because I'm an X-Men collector exclusively. But my God, is that thing impressive! Like so much detail, and he's like on a throne. I'm pretty sure he's on a throne, and like the throne has all sorts of like intricate um, designs on it, like sort of. I can't even describe them, but just amazing. You should look it up if you're interested in Doctor Doom. You should look it up, even though that statue has gone up in price so much that it's impossible to get. But it also comes like the exclusive version comes with a goblet that's really cool too, and it sits next to him while he's like on the throne pondering how he's gonna take over the world and like get Reed Richards, because he's always trying to get Reed Richards because he is jealous of Reed Richards. He knows Reed Richards is smarter than him. But this is not a Fantastic Four blog. This is not a Fantastic Four collection. So I'm not talking about Doctor Doom anymore. But those of you that have him, you guys know what I'm talking about. He's incredible, and congratulations for those that had him. Anyway, that was the first statue that Sideshow Collectibles made with their Marvel license. Then they made a bunch of other statues. And finally, they decided to produce some statues of the X-Men. And the very first statue they decided to produce was Mr. Remy LeBeau here. And you can see they did an amazing job, just a spectacular job. And I'm caressing the X-Base because I love the X-Base. It's magnificent. Just, I can't be happy. I can't be happier than I am with it. I've reached the limit of happiness that an inanimate object can give me with this base because it's amazing. Um, so a premium format figure is essentially a statue that has some other element in it that is not like a resin hard sculpted element. In this case, we have the coat, Mr. Remy LeBeau's coat that you can see here. is an actual coat. It's made of, you know, the same material that any coat would be made of, and it goes over the statue, the sculpted statue. And because it has this mixed media uh, quality to it, it is then defined as a premium format figure. Um, so this is the first premium format figure they produced of an X-Men line. They've produced Cyclops, of course Gambit. They produced Rogue, and they produced Psylocke, and they actually produced a Storm, but the Storm is not of the same era. As you can see, this is, well, I mean, this is Gambit's, you know, like original costume, but it is the Jim Lee era look for Gambit. It represents how he looked in the cartoon of the 90s, and essentially like the statues that have come out since then have followed the same look, as far as like the era, like, you know, it's the same time. It's like the Jim Lee era, the 90s cartoon era. But for some reason they decided not to go that way with Storm. I think maybe because with Storm, like in her 90s costume, it's like this all white costume, and it's like, and like completely covers her up, and I guess they felt that that wasn't going to work out too well. So they did the original costume Storm, which is cool. It looks nice, whatever, but I don't know. It just doesn't go with the line that they're producing. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me because I actually stopped collecting those. There were some problems with some of the quality on some of, like the Cyclops and the Rogue. Both of them kind of had some issues that I didn't like. Actually, Cyclops, just the alternate head, the face, was not that great. But actually, that's not what it was. What it was I got Rogue after I got Cyclops, and Rogue, she had some problems. Like she had her eyes were crossed. I don't know. There was a lot of backlash, against the premium format line after that statue came out, and like even though I don't know, I tried to accept it, but it just kind of, I felt really disappointed. And these are expensive pieces. You know, they go from three to like, you know, maybe, I don't know, up to like 450 now, maybe, or $400, $300 to $400. And you expect like amazing quality, and I don't know, I kind of feel like I was really let down with just some of the quality issues with the Rogue statue. But then also there was, okay, so they've actually released a Colossus statue as well. And when they sneaked it, I immediately didn't like it. A lot of the costume was like cloth rather than sculpted, and it just, to me, I know other people like the statue, but to me it didn't look that great. I don't know. So I just kind of lost faith in the whole line for a variety of reasons, and so I gave up on it. So I got rid of um, Rogue and a Cyclops, and I canceled the ones I had on order, which were like Psylocke and I think Colossus. At the time I had Colossus on order, and so I decided not to get the premium format line, and just stick with Mr. LeBeau here because A, he is my namesake, and B, I love Gambit. I always have, and I always will. And it's just an amazing statue, so I just couldn't get rid of it. Um, uh, and of course, you know, I might, you know, my collection door is still open to, you know, other premium format statues. If Sideshow produces another statue that is of the same quality, that is as awesome as Colossus, as Gambit, I would get him, or her. So the door is still open, but you know, I'm not trying to get the whole line. And the other reason why, you know, it was a good idea for me to stop was that these things are enormous. Like they're big. Like the base is she's really huge. It's like over a foot in diameter. Maybe it is a foot in diameter, and they just take up a hell of a lot of room, and I just don't have the room for them. So that's kind of why actually predominantly I'm sticking to Bowen. That's one of the reasons. And that's enough. I don't want to trash talk Sideshow because they do a really good job, and they did a really great job on this one, and they've done a great job in a lot of statues, and that Poison Ivy statue that's being released is amazing. I wish I was collecting DC statues because my God, that thing is incredible. So, oh, and Deadpool, they have a Deadpool coming out that looks really cool. So, like, they're really great. They do a lot of great stuff. It's just I was kind of let down by a couple of things, but you know what? I'm not gonna harp on that forever. And this video is about this statue, and it does reflect like the incredible potential that Sideshow has to produce amazing pieces, just legendary pieces. So okay, so this is actually the exclusive version of Gambit, and what that means to, those that aren't completely up on the lingo and the whole buying the whole all the parameters of the hobby, like uh, so if you order directly from Sideshow exclusive collectibles, um, they offer like a limited amount of a Sideshow exclusive version, which is only offered through their website and generally has some extra feature to it. In this case, Gambit came with this extra hand that that has the cards charged up. I'm gonna take it out. There you go. There it is. So I mean, you can see it's it's kind of like a cool thing. You can see like the X symbol on the bottom of the card. It's like really nice. It's done really well and it works really well, and it's a great sort of extra feature that you're not going to get in the regular version. The regular version just comes with a hand with one card, and it's actually very cool because it's like the Ace of Spades, but it's not charged up, and the exclusive does come with that hand as well. So if you get the exclusive, um, you know, you're not missing out on anything. So it's always worth it if you're going to buy a statue from Sideshow or a Sideshow statue to try to get the exclusive version, because you're going to get extra. You're going to get a little bit more than you otherwise would. But, a word to the wise, it's good to kind of check or like get on Sideshow's Collectibles newsletter in order to find out when things are going to go up for order, because there's a lot of people that are very much on top of when things go up for order, and as soon as an exclusive version goes up that people that the general public is going to want a lot, they buy it up quickly. And although recently Sideshow Collectibles has sort of been doing like the made to order thing, kind of leaving the edition size unknown, I think they do have sort of a plan for how many exclusives they're going to have. So they are generally going to run out faster than the regular version if it's a popular statue. So for those that plan to purchase stuff from Sideshow Collectibles in the future, I would get on the newsletter, and if there's an exclusive version being put up for sale, like, you should get it as soon as it's up for sale, because they're the sorts of things that become like highly sought after in the secondary market. Like, so this statue, both the regular and the exclusive version have gone up in price significantly. This one always goes for, I think, maybe a few $100s more than the original. So it's just this one extra feature is enough to sort of set it apart as a more unique piece than the regular version, which was offered at throughout various online retailers, as well as throughout like local comic shops, like Diamond distributors, the companies that sort of distribute things to comic book shops often put like statues like this on their catalogs for local comic shops to order. So the regular version is generally what is sent to those locations. The exclusive version, again, is only available through the Sideshow website, and it's worth getting. So this is the exclusive version. This is the only exclusive element of the statue. The statue does come with a switch out head. I actually don't have the other head available to me because the box is buried in my storage bin. But this is the head that I currently have on him, and it's connected via a magnet, and it's kind of like the Jim Lee era head, and it's got the cigarette, and it's got him smoking, and his eyes look awesome, and he's pissed off, and just also kind of like suave and like ready to seduce or ready to kick some ass, whichever he's feeling like doing at the particular moment. Or maybe he's doing both. Maybe he's doing both because he can do both, because he's just that cool. So there's another head, and the other head doesn't have like these lines on it, and it's got sort of like bigger hair, kind of represents a slightly later era in Gambit's character design evolution. It's a cool head. I like it, but you know, this is my head of preference. I think it looks better this way. It just looks tougher, and I display with this one. But again, um, even if you get the regular version, you do get the switch out head. So you do have the option to switch out the head on the regular version as well. So you know, the regular version is an impressive piece without a doubt. The only difference again is that it does not have the charged up any energy hands, which some people have compared to like a Pepto Bismol like effect. I guess somewhat mocking it and diminutizing it. So I mean, again, everything is subjective. Some people may like something, some people may not. Although you know something may have a lot of value, it doesn't necessarily mean it's something that everybody's going to like. But another reason why like this statue, the exclusive would go for more is I'm pretty sure the edition size is smaller than the regular edition. I'm gonna try to lift it up here. This might be a huge mistake. Okay, it's not too bad of a mistake. Okay, this is number 628 of 750, and it was produced in 2010. And that's all the information I can get. But and it's the exclusive version, so I'm pretty sure the regular version there was like an edition of like 1,000, maybe more. I think it might have been 1,000. So there's like 250 less, at least 250 less exclusive versions than the actual version. Um, but again, regardless of which version you have, they're both incredible. So you are a lucky person regardless of which version you have, no matter what anyone else says. All right, so the statue itself, the base, as I already said, I'm like in love with the base. I'd like to marry the base. Um, it's just like I remember opening the box for the first time and just seeing this enormous, like beautiful X representing, you know, everything that I love. Obviously, the X Men, um, just shiny and big, and that's what you know. That's what you want. You just want like big shiny things that represent the things you love, and that's what I got, and I was really happy about that. It's a really nice, very nice base. Super well done, super well thought out, simple, but elegant. You know, classic sort of description of a classic artifact that just oozes like awesomeness and like preciseness. Like I just can't say enough good things about the base. Awesome base. Um, the sculpt itself, incredible, just totally incredible. And like beyond like the coat, I'm not gonna take the coat off because whenever I even think about taking the coat off, like I break into a sweat, like a cold sweat, and it's hard to sleep for days. But but I can show you here, like if I lift up the coat, like the here, like this is the butt. Like the statue is like completely sculpted from every single angle. The back, the arms are also sculpted. Like it's all sculpted. It's all painted very well. So even though they put this ginormous coat on the statue, they took a lot of care to get every part of it painted and detailed perfectly. So again, you know, Sideshow Collectibles, like when they do a good job, they do an amazing job, and they always do try to do a good job. So at the very least, even if like the production run, which is partly outside of their control, like winds up screwing something up, it's not necessarily their fault. They have great intentions as far as like producing the best quality pieces they possibly can. So the boots, awesome, of course, just spectacularly awesome. Like totally well crafted. Like these weird kneecap things, awesome. The pants, great. Silver lining here, spectacular. The torso, like amazingly well sculpted, of course. And actually, I don't know who sculpted this. I'm pretty sure it's like multiple people that sculpted this because I think that's Sideshow's like approach. Like they get like a team of people to be involved. That might be why sometimes they screw up. You know, there's just too many cooks in the kitchen syndrome. Um, but that wasn't the case with this one. So just the sculpt itself, great. You've seen the face, amazing. The hair, fantastic. And of course the staff, super long, super great, super awesome, super everything you want um, from Gambit staff. And a cool thing about the coat is that it's got some like wires on like along the edges, so you can kind of like straighten out parts of the coat, or like maybe even try to position it in a particular way. Like you can make it look like the wind is like hitting him. So there's just like so much thought that went into every single detail of this that allows it to be actually kind of versatile in the way it's going to have its final positioning for display, which is superbly very cool. Gambit himself, I'm sure. Well, obviously, Gambit is just. I don't know. Some people hate Gambit. Some people love Gambit. Obviously, I love Gambit. Gambit's a great character. This is a great statue of Gambit. There's people that hate him, and I think even they couldn't help but acknowledge how cool this statue is. So, um, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about it, so I'm not going to go on and on forever. That pretty much covers everything I wanted to talk about in regards to this beautiful piece. So let me just give it one last twirl so you can get a nice look at how awesome he is. Unfortunately, he's already gone up in price to over $1,000 on eBay, but occasionally you might get like that collector that's trying to get rid of stuff on the fly, kind of having a fire sale, and you might get a good deal on him. But if you can't get him for a good deal, you're gonna wind up paying I think over $1,000 for him. And so for those of you that can't afford that, like, it's cool, it's all right. Like, not everybody can get everything, and that's fine. And that's why I make these videos and have my blog. It's like I just want to share what I have with other people. That can't. I want to share what I have with other people that do have them, just so we can like share in the fun of having the same stuff and sharing in the love of that. But I also want to share as much of the statues as I can with people that can't get them, to show you, like, to try to offer you some of what the statue offers me, without you actually having it in the room with you. I don't want anyone to be jealous. I want people to kind of like just be happy that, other people have these statues out there, and like we're willing to share them as much as possible with others. And there's just so many cool things out in the world to get that aren't that expensive. So really, like, it's cool not to. I'm trying to I'm trying to mollify the situation as best I can, but unfortunately, I guess it's hard. Like, if you don't have this statue and you can't get it, I'm sure you feel kind of bad, and I would as well. But don't, is what I'm ultimately trying to say. Don't. Like, enjoy the videos and photos that are online of these statues, and just move on with your life. Anyway, I'm really happy to have this guy. He's the only Sideshow Collectibles piece that I've kept. The door is open to get more Sideshow Collectible pieces without a doubt. As I said, I have a feeling there's like a Phoenix and a Dark Phoenix statue coming up that's just going to be mind blowing, and I'm definitely going to get both of those. And again, whatever they produce that hits the mark, I'm getting without a doubt. I have not given up on Sideshow Collectibles. They are a great company. Buy from Sideshow. Buy from Sideshow. Anyway, thank you guys for checking out my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this high definition glimpse into this very cool statue. Thank you for checking out my blog. Again, it is X-Men Statues of Future Past.blogspot.com. My YouTube channel is Dr. Remy LeBeau. Unofficially, actually officially, but unofficially it is Dr. Remy LeBeau's X-Lair. And as always, X in the box, because ain't nobody checking me. I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.